I've been playing Magic the Gathering for about 2 years, and it's been a wild ride. I got into Magic the Gathering when some friends gifted me the Prismari Performance Precon Commander deck in August 2021. And in the 2 years I've been playing, I've managed to get nearly all of my family and many friends into Magic as well. I sometimes joke that I'm dragging people into my obsession with me, but really, sharing my favorite hobby with the people I love is joyful and happens pretty organically. I think what's good about a game as vast as Magic the Gathering is that there's really something for everyone. So how do I do it? I think there are 3 key elements you need to get the people in your life into Magic. First, it's so important to determine what about the game you think that person you're trying to get into the game would like. When I got my first Commander Precon, I was pretty interested in playing, but I wasn't deeply in love with the game yet. That all changed after seeing the trailer for Innistrad Crimson Vow. When I saw Olivia Crimson Bride in all her beauty and horror, my jaw dropped. My love for the game grew as I listened to the soundtracks from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty and the Streets of New Capenna. I'm passionate about the design of complex games, but incorporating my deep love of music into the incredible tapestry of art that is Magic the Gathering completely did me in. My sister's a librarian. While she isn't writing, she's devouring novels, comics, and all manner of written content. Of course she loves playing with us, but her passions synchronized powerfully with the stories of this card game. Her commander decks all attempt to capture the stories of her favorite characters. Just mention Valky. Within 100 meters of her, you'll see what I mean. Is your friend really into reading and fantasy? Then sharing the story that goes along with the deck or cards you're introducing the game with is probably a great entry point. Do they love strategy board games? Then starting with the mechanics is an obvious way to showcase the game. There are a few awesome entry points, such as the Game Night board game or Jumpstart, which introduce mechanics in a more controlled environment. I know my dad was initially a little skeptical of the idea that everyone could have a deck with whatever cards they wanted at any price range. He was used to board games, and he felt like there was no way there could be an even playing field if everyone was bringing a wildly different deck to the table. We ended up getting everyone a Precon, and it only took a few games for him to be hooked. Maybe you really like spending time with a particular person, and you think they might want to share a hobby you love. I do think that wanting to spend time with someone you care about and wanting to spend time with them playing Magic is a valid reason for wanting to introduce them to the game. Commander is a social format, and I think that that social aspect is a key part of what keeps me into the game. I've loved board games pretty much my whole life. My family used to do a Friday game night, and I remember playing Stratego, Mastermind, Parcheesi, Pretty Pretty Princess, Double Solitaire, and lots of Dominion. I love Dominion. I started building my own board game collection in college, and I still have a bookshelf filled with board games. I love hosting and throwing board game nights. My game nights are often Magic the Gathering nights now, but I still adore Dominion, and I'm currently really loving Emerge and Wingspan. The community and the gathering part of Magic is my favorite part, which leads me to my second point. The next important part of getting people into Magic is to create a welcoming environment and a safe space to try something new. Trying something new can be scary. It can feel even more intimidating to try something new if it feels like everyone around you is already good at it. If you're introducing someone to Magic the Gathering, you likely already know how to play and are pretty good at it. It can be scary to play against someone who you know is better at the thing. I think it's good to reframe it from playing a game against your friend to playing with them. When you're introducing the game to someone who's new, the goal shouldn't be to win and crush them. but to show off how much fun it is to play, so they'll want to play with you again. I'm pretty confident I completely messed up putting things in my graveyard versus exiling them the first time I played Commander. I didn't know at the time. I hadn't learned the rules or mechanics, but everyone was nice about reading the cards with me and helping me, so I wanted to play again. Now I do get it, and that's how I know, looking back, I didn't get it. The final part of getting people into Magic that I want to touch on is the importance of providing resources to help them learn. People learn in different ways. Some people learn best by doing and would love to just jump into a game to learn the mechanics. Others learn best by listening to the rules and would prefer for you to describe how the game works before jumping into playing. And some people prefer watching a game first before playing, or they might like to read the rules. I know that I personally kept the little card with the parts of your turn next to me for the first dozen games I played. I think that YouTube videos can also be a great resource for introducing people to Magic the Gathering. There are lots of great videos on how to play, as well as gameplay videos that are fun to watch. Watching a video together with your friends or family before starting a game can sometimes make them feel more comfortable and more excited to learn to play. I also think that MTG Arena is an excellent way to introduce someone to Magic. The tutorial mode does a great job of walking through a turn, the types of cards, and the rules. Maybe you can sit together when going through the tutorial or jump on a Discord call together. Once they unlock the pre-made decks, you can do a direct challenge. Whether you introduce your friends and family through online Magic or paper Magic, I do think that introducing them with constructed rather than draft is generally a good bet. While cracking packs is fun, it can be confusing to know how to go from cards to a deck, especially for new players. There are tons of great ways to introduce someone to Magic. And when introducing friends to Magic, you might not take the same approach with every person, because every person is different. Although, one easy way to turn someone off from the game is by making them feel bad for not picking something up right away. Remember to be patient and try to remember when you learned something new. There are tons of keywords, rules, and cards in Magic, and you are much more likely to get your friend interested if they have a fun time. Prioritize them having fun over a perfect game. Have you gotten some of your friends into Magic? I'd love to hear about how it went. And thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this video and creating this card game I love so much. And thank you so much for watching and engaging with my videos. I truly love making them, and it means the world to me that people enjoy what I create.